All right, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna go ahead and dyno this turd before I go turbo. This is gonna be ran naturally aspirated with the same tune on it that was on it while I was spraying. So from 4,500 to 9,000 RPMs, there's 3 degrees total timing pulled. So that will knock us down a few horsepower, I'm sure. This bike typically dynos like right at 110 with this tune in it. And I don't feel like changing the tune just for these couple runs, because literally as soon as we're done with this, that ECU is coming out. I have a Daytona Twin Tech ECU that's going to go in with the WeGo wideband, dual wideband setup on it. So this ECU won't even be in here anymore. It'll be a completely different tuning experience. I've never worked with this ECU before, but I do have some good friends who are very familiar with these, and that's the main reason I went with this setup, because when going boost, the factory ECU, I'm not going to say it's not usable, but it's very difficult to scale all of your timing and your map sensor values, because you have to use a different map sensor. This map sensor will read no boost at all. So if you put a different map sensor in, the voltage scaling is different, and you have to work around that. And I just don't feel like dealing with that. Scott was nice enough to hook me up with the Daytona Twin Tech ECU, Scott from Fitzgerald Motorsports. So yeah, we're gonna kind of go down this this little journey together. I already have the bike warmed up. I've got the dyno set up here. We're gonna make like 3 pulls and just see what it makes. Hopefully everything's working correctly. It is freezing cold in here. According to the thermometer on the wall over there, it is 38 degrees in here, so it should be pretty decent air. But all right, let's try this again. Had a little bit of an issue with the dyno. Nothing crazy. I got her fixed now. Okay, so just as expected, ignore this bottom run. That's when I was having the issue with the dyno. On those 3 pulls, the first one and the last one, both 114 horsepower, right at 89 foot-pounds of torque. Pretty much right in line with what this bike always does, naturally aspirated. If I was to add those 3 degrees of timing back in, I'm not 100% sure we would really see a whole lot of peak power, probably, 4, maybe 5 numbers. And we wouldn't see anything down here in the, anything below 4,500, because, well, that's, below where I took it out. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, right on par. You should expect a 1250 with nothing more than an exhaust I mean, there's nothing done to this engine. This engine has 67,000 miles on it. It's never even had the valve covers off. It doesn't have cams. It doesn't have any upgrades other than the exhaust. And I did run it this time with the air filter removed just because my air filter is getting a little crusty. But I mean, even that, maybe half a horsepower, and I highly doubt it picked up anything, to be honest with you, just based on the way the velocity stacks on these throttle bodies are set up. But yeah, so like I said, these are numbers that fall right in line with exactly what I thought the bike would do. So basically, we're going to get off of here. We're going to start ripping the whole nitrous and this fucking wiring rat's nest out from underneath this air box. All of this is going to go, including the air box, because I do have to fabricate a plenum for this deal. Obviously, the nitrous bottle is going to go. At some point, this bike may get nitrous again with the turbo. I would like to do a build engine at some point and put a pretty sizable turbo on this thing. One that this, you know, even if I went with like a 1402, probably wouldn't spool it type of thing. I really want to touch 300 horsepower on one of these things, but that's a conversation for a different day. But yeah, so I'm going to quit yapping. I'm going to get off of here and get to work on this thing. So here in a couple weeks, expect an update video. You might even get to see dyno pulls on the completed project. I don't know. This may take forever. It may take a couple weeks. I won't know until I get started on it. But anyway, if you like this sort of content, please like this video, share it with your friends, consider subscribing. It just helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to other people, and that would be really handy. I'm not looking for likes or subscriptions or anything like that, you know, to help grow the channel. I could care less about growing the channel, but it would be nice to get some of this information out of here. A lot of people just post videos of these bikes idling with a turbo on them or going down the road. They never explain anything, and I want to change that. I want to document every step of this process and hopefully help somebody out in the long run. But anyway, have a great day, and it is the day after Christmas, so I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and have a Happy New Year.